What's up, guys? It is Eric Barfield coming back at you with another quick MainStage tutorial. So a lot of people have been writing me lately about MainStage as something other than a keyboard. So there's a lot of things MainStage can do. One of the cool things it does really well is process sound. So that could be using it as a guitar amp or using it as a vocal effect or even as a mixing board. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring up MainStage. We'll launch it, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it up here. It takes just a second to load, and you're usually met with this window here. I've unselected it because I don't need it every time. Over on the left, you have some options. You have keyboards, which is great, but down below it is something called guitar rigs. So this basically turns MainStage into this super powerful guitar amp. So I'm just going to fire this up. It'll basically process any signal that you give through it. In this case, we're just processing the guitar amp. So if you fire it up like this, you have all of these levels. I'm going to bring down the level here so we don't hear anything. I guess the master's already down. Here on the side, under the audio effects, we can add any plugin that we want. So for instance, I could come down here to maybe my Valhalla reverb, and I could bring up a Valhalla shimmer effect, which would look like this and give me this huge, massive tone. This is super powerful. So that's the first way that you could use it. There's another way you could. You could use it to process bass by coming over here. I could bring up a bass amp. I don't have one hooked up, so we won't. I can use it as a drum machine. So I could fire this up. This would take just a second to load. And you would be able to use these as drums. So in this case, let me see if I can get it up. So it's all set to do drum machines, which several of my friends that tour use this. Then we could also do vocal effects. So they have some presets here set for you. So you could set maybe some compression, some equalization here. I could adjust my vocal there. I could even add things like reverb here with the vocal plate. It's very, very flexible, and you can get very creative with it. The last thing that it can do is turn your computer into a very powerful digital mixer. So come down here. It can run backing tracks as well. In this case, it's running backing tracks, and each one is set for a channel. So for instance, if I went into full screen mode, you'd be able to see that I have on each one of these a solo, a mutes, and then some tracks here. So again, this is playing backing tracks. If I wanted to do that, you could also set this up as a traditional digital mixer. I'm not sure if they have a template for that or not. They used to. But yeah, it's very possible to do that. Okay, there's a lot more that MainStage can cover. If you have a question, leave it in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it in a future episode. Thanks.